Good morning again. It's the last day of April, and at close of play yesterday I mentioned that I was going to manure this bed, so you'll see I've just done that. Now I'm going to absolutely soak it with a hose pipe and then recover it with a black polythene. And as I said, the thinking is by the end of, or the hope is by the end of May, my courgette plants will be ready to go out, and this will have broken down quite nicely, and I'm going to plant them straight into that. So right, I'll crack on. See you in a bit. Okay, job done. So we'll see what happens in about 4 weeks' time with that. So I think the next thing is to remove the tarps and plastic off this one, like I did yesterday on this one, because like I said, pretty much the whole space is going to be occupied with brassicas. Let's just go and have a quick look at those. Okay, so they're making really good plants now, and yeah, it's not going to be long at all really before they need to go out. And as you can see, I've got them outside now. I'm just trying to get them hardened off, and I do believe we've got some cold weather coming Friday, so we might have to get the fleece out, but we'll see. I'm pretty confident the chrysanthemums are fully hardened off now. And I was just looking at them yesterday. You can see where I pinched out. We've got new shoots coming from here and down here. Here's another example. So they're all looking good. Same with the other ones here. So I'm not too worried about those. I've just got the other asparagus. I potted those up. So again, I'm just trying to, I'll take that sheet of glass off and let the air get to them today, just trying to harden those off. Anyway, I'll get on and take the tarps off that other bed. Catch you in a bit. Well, that's the covers off this plot, and as you can see, apart from the odd, I mean, talking about the odd little bit, that was where the cover wasn't on. There's hardly a weed in sight, similar to the plot over there which I took the covers off yesterday. So the membrane really does its job, it's very effective. The only downside I've noticed is that it just tend to lose bits off it. And when we're talking about trying to, you know, get rid of plastic and all that sort of thing, I wonder if there's a way of reducing that. I mean, I know people talk about cutting it with a soldering iron, but I've no electric on this plot, so unless I can get a neighbour to roll out an extension lead for me, I could heat up a blade in a fire or something, I suppose. But just wondering if there's a way to kind of minimise, you see, you know, there's bits that's, and I don't like that really, to try and so any of you guys out there know a way of trying to minimise, or do you have the same problem, and if so, what do you do about it? Maybe we could get onto the manufacturers and ask them to come up with a solution to seal the edges or something. Anyway, rant over. I'm going to have a quick look. I think there's some seedlings coming through. You won't be able to make them out of camera, so I'm not going to show you it, but spend 10 minutes pulling some weeds out there, and then maybe this afternoon I think I'll come back down with a strimmer and just get these edges done. Right, so I'll see you later. Good morning, welcome back, Cumbrian Homestead. It's Friday 3rd of May. Feels like Friday the 3rd of March. We've only got about 6 degrees centigrade this morning. You can see that my wife watched the weather forecast last night, and she said there was frost forecast. So I had to sort of come down and start covering things over, but it's actually rained quite a lot by the look of it. Anyway, there's no frost, I'm happy to say, but we've got another very cold night forecast tonight with temperatures just above freezing, so I'm going to leave this stuff on till Saturday anyway, when the risk of frost should have passed us. But anyway, right, so yeah, I chucked a load of stuff in the greenhouse as well, just as a precaution really. Even some of the strawberries I put in there, but it's full of stuff in there at the moment, so I'm going to hoof some of that out back outside to continue hardening off. And then the aim or goal this morning, your mission, Woody, should you choose to accept it, is you can see how, see that moving, because the ground falls away quite sharply there. So what I need to do, I've said this before, but I'm going to lift all those flags up, and then we're going to put in some retaining boards, and then sort of screed it and put them back down. Hopefully that'll be a much more secure and stable job. So that's the goal for this morning. So anyway, I'll get on with things and I'll bring you back in due course. This is Woody reporting from in the tool shed. Typical Cumbrian weather has once again got in the way of the project, so it's raining pretty steadily now. So it looks like we're going to have to abandon it for the time being, but anyway, we've got our boards in, so that's pretty cool. So I just need to make a screeding board. I've marked it up actually, and then dig out and screed down to the depth, or just 5mm over the depth of those flags. So I might use my trommel again just to get a nice sort of fine soil, and then we can bed them down. I'll put a plank across the end to stop, because there's quite a fall there as well, to stop any earth slipping back that way. That'll be good. So anyway, I'll bring you back when the rain has stopped and we can recommence play. See you later.